Don't say this in English. Rude phrases to avoid. Learning English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's also about using polite and respectful language. Sometimes, even when we don't mean to be rude, certain phrases can sound harsh or offensive in English-speaking cultures. In this article, you'll discover common rude phrases, why they are considered impolite, and what you should say instead. 1. Shut up. Why it's rude. This phrase is very direct and disrespectful. It can hurt someone's feelings and comes across as aggressive. What to say instead. Could you please be quiet? Let's lower our voices. Can we focus now? 2. What? Why it's rude. Saying, what? When you didn't hear something sounds impolite or impatient. What to say instead. Sorry, could you repeat that? Pardon, I didn't catch that. Can you say it again? 3. You are wrong. Why it's rude. This sounds like you're attacking someone's opinion. It can make them feel embarrassed or defensive. What to say instead. I see it a bit differently. Actually, I think, I understand, but I have a different point of view. 4. I don't care. Why it's rude. It shows a lack of empathy or interest. It can deeply offend someone who is sharing something important. What to say instead. I see. That's interesting. Thanks for sharing that. Let me think about it. 5. Whatever. Why it's rude. This word often sounds dismissive. It can give the impression that the other person's opinion doesn't matter. What to say instead. Alright, if that's what you think. Let's agree to disagree. That's your choice. 6. Calm down. Why it's rude. Telling someone to calm down often has the opposite effect. It can make them angrier. What to say instead. Let's take a deep breath. I understand you're upset. Let's talk about it. I'm here to listen. 7. You look tired. Why it's rude. Even if you're concerned, this can sound like you're saying the person looks bad. What to say instead. How have you been lately? Everything okay? I hope you're getting some rest. 8. You don't know anything. Why it's rude. This is insulting and demeaning. It can damage relationships and confidence. What to say instead. I think there might be more to this. Let's look into this together. Maybe we both can learn more about it. 9. Are you stupid? Why it's rude. This is a personal attack and deeply offensive. It shows no respect or patience. What to say instead. Let me explain it a different way. Maybe this is a bit confusing. No problem. Would you like help with this? 10. Because I said so. Why it's rude. This phrase shuts down conversation and shows a lack of respect for others' opinions. What to say instead. Let me explain my reasons. There's a reason I think this is the best way. Here's why I believe this is important. Final thoughts. Politeness is key to effective communication. The words we use can build or break trust. Even if English is your second language, being aware of how certain phrases sound can help you become a more confident and respectful speaker. Golden rule. It's not just what you say, but how you say it. Be careful what you say. Everyday English phrases that can sound rude. English, like any language, has hidden social rules. A phrase that sounds normal to you might sound rude, cold, or even offensive to a native speaker. In this article, we will explore common English expressions that are unintentionally impolite, and how to replace them with more appropriate alternatives. Whether you're learning English for work, study, or travel, mastering polite communication is essential. 1. Move. Why it feels rude. It's abrupt and gives a command without courtesy. In most English-speaking cultures, such directness can seem aggressive. A better option. Excuse me, could I get by? Sorry, may I pass through? 2. Give me that. Why it feels rude. This phrase lacks any form of politeness. It sounds bossy and disrespectful, even when you don't mean it that way. A better option: can I have that? Please, would you mind passing that to me? 3. That's not my problem. Why it feels rude. This shows a lack of empathy and teamwork, even if something isn't your responsibility. Saying it like this can seem cold-hearted. A better option: I see. Let me check who can help with that. I'm not the right person for this, but let's find someone who is. 4. You're too sensitive. Why it feels rude. This invalidates the other person's feelings. It suggests they are wrong for how they feel, which can be hurtful. A better option: I didn't mean to upset you. Let's talk about what's bothering you. 5. Why didn't you? Why it feels rude. This question can come across as accusatory, especially when said with the wrong tone. It sounds like you're blaming someone. A better option: was there a reason you chose to do it that way? Let's look at what happened and figure out a solution. 6. I told you so. Why it feels rude. This phrase feels like mocking or gloating. Even if you were right, reminding someone of their mistake isn't kind. A better option: let's learn from this experience. Next time, we'll know what to do differently. 7. That's easy. Why it feels rude. Saying something is easy may make the other person feel foolish if they're struggling with it. A better option: would you like help with that? I remember finding that tricky at first too. 8. Calm down, it's not a big deal. Why it feels rude. This phrase dismisses someone's feelings and tells them how to feel. It can increase frustration. A better option: I understand this is upsetting. Let's take a moment. I'm here to help. Let's work through this. 9. You always, or you never. Why it feels rude. These extreme statements sound accusatory and make people defensive. They generalize behavior instead of addressing specific issues. A better option: I've noticed this has happened a few times. Can we talk about what happened today? 10. That's stupid. Why it feels rude. Calling something stupid, even an idea, can sound like a personal insult. It attacks intelligence or judgment. A better option: I think there might be a better way. Let's explore some other ideas. Bonus tip: tone and body language matter too. Even polite words can sound rude if your tone is sarcastic or your body language is dismissive. When speaking English, smiling, using a gentle tone, and maintaining open posture help your message sound friendlier. Conclusion: using polite English is not about being overly formal. It's about showing respect, empathy, and understanding. By avoiding phrases that sound rude and choosing softer, more thoughtful alternatives, you build better relationships and communicate more effectively. Small changes in your language can make a big difference in how people respond to you.